Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Okay.
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. सबैजना आएको छौ? All of you are present there? Okay. Last time we studied about measurement and scaling. Yes, there are 4 different types of scale: nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. And we discussed about the properties of those scales: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scales. Can you remember what are those properties? Anybody? Do you remember what are those properties?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what are they?
So there are
Round
four
up.
skills.
Yes, who is this speaking? What's the name? Yes, yes. No idea? Okay. In case of, yes, yes. Go on.
Sir, anyone can say voluntarily.
Yes, anyone can say.
Sir.
Yes, yes, press.
No.
Yes. No idea? You forgot all those things?
No.
Sir, in
Excuse me, am I audible, sir?
Yes. Yes, yes, I am listening to you.
Okay, sir. In case initially we studied 4 scale: nominal,
Yes.
ordinal, interval. Among them,
Interval, nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio.
Interval and ratio scale. And first of all, we deal with nominal scale, in which has the 3 characteristic or feature. That is,
Yes.
first one is that we can categorize the value of that variable which we consider, and the second character was that we can keep them in different categories, or we can that order we cannot keep them on different categories. That is, order does not exist for this nominal case. And the third one was that we can't measure the gap between those categories. For example, we consider an example of gender, religion, and language. In these cases, we compare these 3 characteristics, and similarly.
Yes, yes, go on, go on.
Similarly, in case of the other skill was ordinal skill, and which has the following 3 characteristics. That is, the value of the variable can be categorical. We can keep them in order, but the gap between the 2 variables cannot be measured. For example, occupation. Here, occupation doesn't mean comparison of 2 occupations. Rather, it means rank in a particular occupation. For example, in case of school or universities, we can see there is dean, professor, associate professor, lecturer, and in this way, in case of the ordinal. And there was interval skill where we can in which we can categorize the value of the variable and keep them in order as well. And we can even measure the gap between those of the variable. And the specific feature of this interval scale is that true zero value does not exist for it. For example, we consider temperature in this case, and we compare the temperature, and the other example can be the level of IQ. And the ratio scale and interval scale are similar, but the difference is in the 4th characteristic, that in case of the ratio skill, the true value of the zero exists. For example, the example of this are height, weight, area, and many other factors.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, here is one book. You can follow this one. This one is a very, very simple one, and I think it is suitable for you to study in this mode, that means in online mode, teaching health statistics. This is developed by World Health Organization, WHO. Okay, this one is a very, very simplest textbook. So I suggest you to go through this textbook. You can download this textbook from the internet. Okay, now look here, there are some chapters which are very suitable for you, like I will go through this book. First one is statistical principles and method. What are the different methods of collecting data, health information? Look at introduction to the role of statistics in health science and healthcare delivery. Okay, actually, health data sources, level and quality of measurement, health information system, organization and presentation of data, measure of central tendency and location. This is in your course. Measure of variability, this is also in your course. These two are the main portion of your course. Other are supportive course, okay, supportive chapters. And you can go through this one also, census and vital registration, measurement of morbidity, measurement of mortality. I will teach all these things on your demography course, okay. On demography, we will study all these things. And statistics in medicine, including medical records. You can just go through these things, but these are not designed according to your syllabus. So these two chapters are very, very useful for you. That means measure of central tendency and measure of variability. Okay, I'll go on page number 30. Can you see this textbook from there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good then. Actually, यो पनि पढ है, sources of uncertainty in health and medicine भनेर यसमा डिटेलमा एक्सप्लेन गरिदिएको छ. द्याट मिन्स इम्पोर्टेन्स अफ बायोस्ट्याटिस्टिक्स हो यो सबै कुराहरू. तिमीहरूले बुझ्छौ, त्यो चाहिँ म एक्सप्लेन गर्दिनँ यहाँ बिकज अफ टाइम लिमिटेसन. अब हेल्थ डेटा सोर्सेस, लेभल एन्ड क्वालिटी अफ मेजरमेन्ट, यो पनि यहाँ एक्चुअली हेर, यो एकदम सिम्पल ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा लेखेको छ. यो एक्चुअली ट्रेनिङ म्यानुअल हो, त्यसकारण यो सिम्पल छ अरू बुकहरू भन्दा. अनि मैले अब यो लकडाउनको बेलामा अब तिमीहरू सबैले अनलाइन क्लास लिइरहेको छौ, अनलाइनमा अरू टेक्स्ट बुकहरूबाट बुझाउन पढ्न गाह्रो हुन्छ, त्यही भएर यो सिम्पल मैले खोजिदिएको हो तिमीहरूको लागि. भेरी भेरी सिम्पल. मैले यो बुक पहिला चाहिँ युज गर्ने थिइनँ क्लासरुम टिचिङमा चाहिँ, किनभने आई क्यान एक्सप्लेन मोर होइन. अब अहिले म धेरै एक्सप्लेन गर्न सक्दिनँ यो अनलाइन मोडमा, किनभने ब्ल्याक बोर्ड हुँदैन, व्हाइट बोर्ड हुँदैन मसँग होइन, डिफ्रेन्ट. त्यस कारणले अब स्केल्स अफ मेजरमेन्ट यहाँ छ, यहाँ हेर है, हामीले अस्तिको क्लासमा पढेको कुराहरू यस्ता छ. एक्चुअली हेर सबै नोमिनल स्केल, यहाँ हेर नोमिनल स्केल, अर्डिनल स्केल, इन्टरभल स्केल, रेसियो स्केल, यसमा राम्रोसँग एक्सप्लेन गर्नुहुन्छ, एकदम सिम्प्लिफाइड भर्सन है त. अब क्वान्टिटेटिभ एन्ड क्याटेगोरिकल डेटा यो पनि यहाँ छ, हामीले डिस्कस गरिसक्यौँ होइन. यहाँ छ स्ट्रक्चर अफ द लेसनमा, यो चाहिँदैन, यो पनि हेरे हुन्छ आफूले गर्नलाई. त्यसपछि अब यो रिफरेन्सेसहरू हो, यो खासमा रिफरेन्स हेर्नु पर्दैन. अब यहाँ यो भोकाबुलरीहरू छ. एट्रिब्युट्स, व्हाट इज द मिनिङ अफ एट्रिब्युट? लुक एट एन एट्रिब्युट इज अ भेरिएबल. यु क्यान अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड अल दिस थिङ्स. क्याटेगोरिकल भेरिएबल, कन्टिन्युअस भेरिएबल मैले एक्सप्लेन गरिसकेको छ, डिस्क्रिट भेरिएबल. अब यो रिलायबिलिटी, सेन्सिटिभिटी, यो पछि आउने कुराहरू हो, अहिले यसमा फोकस नहुनु है त. अनि यसमा एक्जाम्पलहरू पनि छ, यसमा डिफ्रेन्ट एक्जाम्पल्सहरू. हेल्थ इन्फर्मेसन सिस्टमहरू आयो होइन. अब यहाँ तिमीलाई अहिले मैले गराउन खोजेको चाहिँ मेजर अफ सेन्ट्रल टेन्डेन्सी हो है त. मेजर अफ सेन्ट्रल टेन्डेन्सीमा हामी जान्छौँ.
एक्सक्युज सर,
भन न
सर. यो जुममा एउटा व्हाइट बोर्ड भन्ने फिचर पनि छ. यदि हजुरलाई इजी लाग्यो भने त्यो सेयर स्क्रिन गर्दाखेरि स्क्रिन सेयर
होइन, त मलाई थाहा छ त्यसमा त्यो धेरै म्याथमेटिकल नोटेसनहरू लेख्नलाई अप्ठ्यारो हुन्छ क्या, राम्रोसँग लेखिँदैन. त्यो मैले पहिला ट्राई गरिसकेको हो, त्यो हुँदैन क्या राम्रोसँगले, त्यही भएर. अब यसमा यहाँ हेर है त, अर्गनाइजेसन एन्ड प्रेजेन्टेसन अफ डेटा मेन तिमीहरूको कोर्स यहाँबाट सुरु हुन्छ आउटलाइन 4 च्याप्टर 4 भनेर अर्गनाइजेसन एन्ड प्रेजेन्टेसन अफ डेटा यसमा अब यो लर्निङ अब्जेक्टिभ्सहरू छ यो सबै हेर एकचोटि है अनि अब यो यहाँ हेर्ने है त जस्तो डेटा एरे भनेको छ अर्डर एरे भनेको छ फ्रिक्वेन्सी टेबल क्रस टेबुलेसन बार चार्ट पाई चार्ट हिस्टोग्राम फ्रिक्वेन्सी पोलिगन ओजाइभ कर्व है त अनि टेबुलेसन छ अनि युज अफ एप्रोप्रिएट डायग्रामेटिक मेथड छ डिस्क्राइब एटलिस्ट 3 ways in which diagrammatic presentation of data can be misused भनेको छ यो एकचोटि हेर किनभने यो अलमोस्ट गरिसकेको कुरा हो 9 10 11 12 मा पनि गरिसकेको छ म्याथमेटिक्समा त्यही पनि यहाँ एकचोटि हेर यो रिभाइज गर्नलाई सजिलो हुन्छ यो है यो कुनै गाह्रो छैन यो म रिभाइज गर्दिनँ यो मैले पहिला पढिसकेको छु पाई चार्ट भनेको के अब यो लेभलमा पढाउन एप्रोप्रिएट हुँदैन है त यहाँ सबै हेर्ने त्यसपछि मैले तिमीलाई अहिले यहाँ गराउन खोजेको चाहिँ अब यसमा यहाँ त्यो पनि छ तिम्रो भोकेबुलेरीहरु पनि यहाँ छ टर्म्सहरु सबै एज अ डिक्सनरी अब डेटा प्रेजेन्टेसन यहाँ हेर अब ल डेटाहरुलाई कसरी प्रेजेन्ट गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने कुरो छ हैन एज वाइज सेक्स वाइज डिफरेन्ट एक्जाम्पलहरु छ यो भेरी भेरी सिम्पल हो फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिस्ट्रिब्युसन ओके अब यसमा यहाँ हेर अलिकति फोकस गर्ने है त जस्तै यसमा दिज आर द क्लास इन्टरभल्स म एक्सप्लेन गर्छु है यो 0 to 3 दिस वान इज द फर्स्ट क्लास इन्टरभल 4 to 7 this one is the second class interval 8 to 11 this one is the third class interval 12 to 15 fourth class interval 5th 6th 7th so there are 7 class intervals or 7 classes in this frequency distribution and these are the number of observations means frequency these are the corresponding frequencies now there are 0 observations which belongs to this class 0 to 3 there is one observation which belongs to this class 4 to 7 there are 16 observations which belongs to the class 8 to 11 and so on. There are 2 observations which belongs to this class 24 to 27. Now in this class, look at 0. 0 is known as the lower limit of first class interval. 3 is the upper limit of first class interval. This 4 is the lower limit of second class interval. This 7 is the upper limit of second class interval. This 8 is the lower limit of third class interval. 11 is the upper limit of third class interval and so on. Now, in this case, look at this is the upper limit, that is 3. This one is the lower limit 4. Now, these are the inclusive type classes. On inclusive type classes, all the numbers between 0 and 3, as well as 0 and 3 are included. That means in this class interval 0 to 3, number 0 is included, 1 is included, 2 is included, and 3 is also included. 0.1 is also included, 2.9 also included. Now in this second class interval, all the numbers between 4 and 7, including 4 and 7 are included. Are clear? But if you get a number say 3.1, there is no space here for that number 3.1. Or if you have say 7.9, there is no space here for 7.9. So that is the main drawback of inclusive class interval. These are the inclusive class intervals. You can convert these inclusive class intervals on exclusive one. I'll explain that later on. Okay. Now these are the number of observations. These are the relative frequencies. Now you know how to calculate relative frequencies. This 0 as it is. Now this 0 plus 1. Okay, sorry. Total 135. Now 0 divided by 135, that is 0. Now 1 divided by 135, that is 0.7. 16 divided by 135, that is 11.9, and so on. We will calculate relative frequency. Okay, now this type of table is known as cross tabulation or contingency table. We can say contingency table also. Here, look, on one side there is occupation, on column there is occupation, on row angular stomatics. Okay. Now this one is the histogram. Okay. It's just overview of सबै तिमीले पढिसकेको कुराहरु हिस्टोग्राम हिस्टोग्राममा के हुन्छ यो बारहरु जोडिएको हुँदैन सरी जोडिएको हुन्छ हिस्टोग्राममा बार डायग्राममा यो बारहरु छुट्टा छुट्टै हुन्छ ओके दिस वन इज द टपको यो भ्यालुहरु जुन छ मिड पोइन्ट यसलाई जोइन गर्यो भने एउटा कर्भ बन्छ दैट इज द हिस्टोग्राम सरी फ्रिक्वेन्सी पोलिगन दिज आर द बार डायग्राम्स बीचमा स्पेस हुन्छ बार डायग्राममा बीचमा स्पेस हुन्छ हैन यस्तो बीचमा स्पेस हुन्छ हिस्टोग्राममा जोडिएको हुन्छ ओके यो सबै एकचोटी हेर तिमीहरुले यो फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिस्ट्रिब्युसन यो बार डायग्राम पाई चार्ट कसरी बनाउने यो सबै एक्सप्लेन गरेको छ यो एकचोटी हेर्नु यो सबै सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी छ यो गाह्रो छैन है अब यसमा सबै डिटेल्स पाएछ यहाँ छ एप्रोप्रिएट मेथड अफ डेटा प्रेजेन्टेसन भन्दै छ ओके नाउ मेजर अफ सेन्ट्रल टेन्डेन्सी हाम्रो मेन कोर्स यहाँबाट सुरु हुन्छ कोर्स चाहिँ अगाडिदेखि नै छ सिलेबसमा तर मैले पढाउने चाहिँ यहाँदेखि अब मेजर अफ सेन्ट्रल टेन्डेन्सीमा हामीले मिन मेडियन मोड तीनवटा पढ्छौँ अब यहाँ हेर यसको के छ त भन्दाखेरि दिज आर द अब्जेक्टिभ्स हैन अब हामीले पढ्ने अर्थमेटिक मिन हो अनि मिडियन अर्को मोड क्वार्टाइल्स पर्सेन्टाइल डिसाइल प्रोपोर्सन ओके जस्तो हामीसँग यो डेटा सेट छ सपोज अब यो डेटा सेटको अर्थमेटिक मिन कसरी निकाल्ने अब इन observations are there these are known as the observations this single 5 this is one observation this is another observation this one is another observation this one is another observation and 4 this one is the last observation this entire this set is known as data set or simply data individual हो भने डेटा भन्छ जस्तो 5 this is one datum 11 this is datum so सिंगुलर भनेको डेटम हो त्यसको प्लुरल फर्म भनेको डेटा अथवा डेटा सेट हो अब यसको यो डेटा सेटबाट अर्थमेटिक मिन कसरी निकाल्ने भन्दाखेरि सबैलाई जोड दिने अनि डिवाइड बाइ नम्बर अफ अब्जर्भेसन्स यहाँ यो मैले बुक किन फलो गरेको भने यसमा स्टेप बाइ स्टेप दिएको छ फर्स्ट स्टेपमा के गर्ने यहाँ एड अल द भ्यालुज टु obtain the total number of people in the household सबै जोड भन्यो नम्बर अफ पिपल इन द हाउसहोल्ड भन्ने यहाँ लेखेको छ यो डेटालाई डिस्क्राइब गरेको छ यहाँ यो पढ है त म चाहिँ यहाँ पढ्दिन किनभने टाइम लस मात्र हो यु नो हाउ टु रिड इट अब फर्स्ट स्टेप के रहेछ सबैलाई जोड्ने यु क्यान एड इट किन एडिसन त क्लास कति क्लासदेखि पढेको छ क्लास 5 देखि पढेको छ सबैलाई जोड्न सक्छौ जोडिदियो 165 आउने रहेछ नाउ डिवाइड इट बाइ नम्बर अफ अब्जर्भेसन there are 41 observations so 5.3 person per household अब यहाँ अर्थमेटिक मिन निकाल्दाखेरि अर्को बिर्सन नहुने कुरा के हो भने डोन्ट फर्गेट टु मेन्सन द युनिट अफ मेजरमेन्ट आर क्लियर यु मस्ट मेन्सन द युनिट अफ मेजरमेन्ट इफ द युनिट अफ मेजरमेन्ट इज प्रोभाइडेड बुझ्यो नि हैन जस्तो यहाँ के छ नम्बर अफ पर्सन पर हाउसहोल्ड भन्ने हुनाले यहाँ युनिट अफ मेजरमेन्ट पनि पर्सन पर हाउसहोल्ड भनेर आएको 5.32 रहेछ कति सजिलो छ अर्थमेटिक मिन निकाल्न के रहेछ सबैलाई जोड दिने डिवाइडेड बाइ नम्बर अफ अब्जर्भेसन गर्ने अर्थमेटिक मिन आउँछ अब मैले तिमीहरुको क्लासमा कति जना छौ 80 स्टुडेन्ट सपोज 80 स्टुडेन्ट्स को वेट को अर्थमेटिक मिन निकाल्ने भने मैले अब कसरी निकाल्छु ल भन त कसरी निकाल्छु सबैको वेट जोड दिने अनि डिवाइडेड बाइ 80 गर्ने मिन वेट आयो हैन अब मिन हाइट निकाल्नु पर्यो भने मैले के गर्छु सबैको हाइट जोड्छु डिवाइडेड बाइ 80 गर्दिन्छु फेरि के आउँछ मिन हाइट आउँछ ओके एकदमै सजिलो छ अर्थमेटिक मिन निकाल्न गाह्रो छैन अर्थमेटिक मिन निकाल्न चाहिँ इभन क्लास 5 को स्टुडेन्टलाई सिकाइदियो भने दे क्यान क्याल्कुलेट द भ्यालु अफ अर्थमेटिक मिन बट इट्स इन्टरप्रिटेसन इज क्वाइट कन्फ्युजिङ क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट and you will study how to interpret that value also. Okay, now next one is simple case of a median भनेछ अब median भनेको के हो त can you recall the definition that you memorized while you were on say class 10 or 11 median is that value which divides the entire data set on two equal parts one part is larger than the value of median other part is smaller than the value of median so the median value will divide the entire data set on two equal parts. That means it will break down the data on two parts and those parts will be equal. Now look here. What is the first step? Arrange all the values in order of their magnitude, either ascending or descending. That is known as data array. You should be clear that by data array we mean rearrangement of data either on ascending order of magnitude or on descending order of magnitude. That is known as data array. So what is the first step to calculate median value? We must calculate data. We must prepare data array from the given raw data set. To prepare data array, it's very easy. Just start from either very small, that means smallest number, or start either from the largest number. If you start from smallest number, you go on ascending order. If you start from largest number, you will go on descending order. So the first step is to prepare data array. Look at how the data array is prepared for the given data set. That means given data set means this data set. For this given data set, the smallest number is 1. So look here, there is 1. Again, there is another 1. So another 1, and so on. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 9, 9. This is very simple step. Even a student who is studying just say class 1, years he can prepare data array. And you are on your MBBS first year or second year, first year. You can easily prepare data array. Now, second step. Select the value which divides this distribution into two halves. For example, middle observation. Find out the middle observation. अब यहाँ आएर यो डेटा सेटको लागि मिडल observation कुन हुन्छ त त्यो निकाल्ने हो. For example, if you have a paper and pen, if yes, just write down 3 numbers. 3, 1, 2. You have 3 numbers. 3, 1, 2. Now, first step is to prepare data array. So write 1, 2, 3. That will be your data array. Now, identify the number which divides the entire data set on 2 equal parts. Now, in this example, 1, 2, 3, that observation 2 will divide the entire data set on 2 equal parts. Now, if you remember the definition, there is stated that median is that number which divides the entire data set on 2 equal parts. One part will be larger than the value of median, other part will be smaller than the value of median. Now, in case of this example 1, 2, 3, that number 2 will divide the entire data set on 2 equal parts. One part is smaller than the value of median. Obviously, that number 1 is smaller than 2. Other part is larger than the value of median. That means 3. 3 is larger than 2. So now it's clear. Okay. In this way, we will calculate median. If the data set is small, in case of small data set, we can easily identify the value of median by inspection. Inspection means just by observation. But if your data set is large, you cannot find the value of median by inspection. We have to use some formula. And for that, you have to use, in case of odd number of observation, n plus 1 by 2th observation. In case of even number of observation, arithmetic mean of mid to observation. Okay, we will study that later on. Now, next one is mode. Today I'll just describe you about what is mean, what is median, and what is mode. Similarly, what are quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. And on my next class, I will explain you how to calculate the mode. Mode is that value which occurs most frequently. Look here, this is the observation in an array with the highest frequency of occurrence, which occurs most frequently. That is the mode value. So it's very easy. For example, example simple. For example, say 1 is repeated 3 times, 2 is repeated 4 times, 5 is repeated 3 times. Then that number 2 has the largest frequency, that is 3. So that is the mode value. Now next comes quartiles. Quartiles are those values which divide the entire observation on 4 equal parts. That means quartiles are those values which divide the given data set on 4 equal parts. So obviously now there will be 3 quartiles. They are Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q1 is the first quarter, Q2 is the second quarter, and Q3 is the third quarter. Q1, Q2 and Q3. 25% of the observations are less than the value of Q1. 50% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of Q2. 75% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of Q3. So now you can say second quartile Q2 equals to median, because according to the definition of median, median is that value which divides the entire data set of two equal parts, two halves. 50% are less than the value of median and remaining 50% are more than the value of median. So here also second quartile Q2. Q2 is that value which divides the given data set on two equal parts. 50% are less than or equals to the value of Q2 and remaining 50% are more than the value of Q2. So according to the definition, Q2 equals median. Now finally Q3, third quartile. Third quartile is that value below which 75 observations belongs and 25% of the observations are larger than the value of Q3. Now next comes percentile, decile. In this book there is nothing about decile, but this one. Deciles are those values which divides the given data set on 10 equal parts. So obviously there are 10 deciles, D1, 9 deciles, D1, D2, D3, D4 up to D9. These 9 deciles will divide the entire data set on 10 equal parts. First one is D1, second one is D2, third one is D3, and finally D9. Now we can say 10% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of D1. 20% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of D2. 30% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of D3, and so on. 90% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of D9. In this way, deciles will break down the data set on 10 equal parts. 9 deciles will break down the entire data set on 10 equal parts. Now next comes percentile. Percentiles are those values which divides the entire data set on 100 equal parts. So obviously there are 99 percentile. They are P1, P2 up to P99. Now anyone can tell me P50 equals to median. Is it true or false? True, very good. My next question is P25 equals to Q1. Is it true or false?
Yes, sir, it is also true.
It is also true. Okay, next. D1 equals to P20. True or false?
Pardon, please.
D1 equals to P20. D means decile. D1 equals to P20.
False.
False, very good, because D1 equals to P10. Okay, in this way, we will define mean, median, mode, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Now, if you have any question, you can ask me. I'll give you 5 minutes for that. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay, now start. Yes, any question? के छैन?
फेरि गर्नु सुरुबाट आवाज काटेको थियो मेरो।
के रे?
मेरोमा आवाज काटेको थियो क्वार्टाइल्स र डिसाइलहरुको बारेमा पर्सेन्टाइलहरुको बारेमा।
Okay, quartiles are those values which divides the entire data set on 4 equal parts. So there are 3 quartiles. You just think that if you want to break a marker or pen on two parts, you can cut at a single point. Similarly, if you want to break the given data set on four equal parts, you can cut only at three different points. Those three different points are known as quarters, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Now, quarters. Next one is decile. Deciles are those values which divides the entire data set on 10 equal parts. So there are 9 deciles. They are D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, and D9. Now next one is percentile. Percentiles are those values which divide the entire data set on 100 equal parts, and they are P1, P2 up to P99. Now you know the definition of median. Median is that value which divides the given data set on two equal parts. In case of quartiles, quartiles are those values which divides the given data set on four equal parts. 25% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of Q1, that means first quartile. 50% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of Q2, and 75% of the observations are less than or equals to the value of Q3. So, according to the definition, Q2 equals median. Next one is percentile. Percentiles are those values which divides the entire data set on 100 parts. Percentile means 100. And according to the definition, P25 equals to Q1, P50 equals to Q2, P75 equals to Q3. And there is decile also. Deciles are those values which divide the entire data set on 10 equal parts. So there are 9 deciles, D1, D2 up to D9. Now, according to the definition, D5 equals to median, D1 equals to P10, D2 equals to P20, D3 equals to P30, P means percentile, and so on. D9 equals to P90. Are you clear now? Any question? Case or Soda? Case question sir कि छैन?
होइन सर
बेसिक एकदम बेसिक फन्डामेन्टल हो है यो. अगाडिको क्लियर भएर पछाडि क्लियर हुँदैन. These are the fundamental concept. Okay, now you go through this book also. Now weighted mean, it is not in a course, but if you are interested, you can go through this. Now there are some exercise. Look here. Calculate mean, median, and mode for daily attendance. Number of patients. These are the days. Number of patients. These are the days. Now you can calculate mean, median, and mode value from this given data set. Okay. Here are vocabulary. Arithmetic mean, the sum of all values of a set of observations divided by the number of observations. Geometric mean, this is not in our syllabus, but you can go through this one also. Measure of central tendency, median, mode, multimodal distribution, okay, and bimodal distribution. If there are two modes, then we say bimodal distribution. On any given data set, if there are two modes, mode value, we say bimodal distribution. If there are more than two mode values, we say multimodal distribution. And if there is a single mode, that means unique value of mode, we say unimodal distribution. Percentile, quartiles, these are things. Okay, examples of computation of mean and median for group data. Now this one is the next part. अघिको सिम्पल थियो यो पनि म तिमीहरूलाई एक्सप्लेन गरिदिन्छु ग्रुप्ड डेटा छ भने कसरी निकाल्ने यहाँ हेर ल फ्रिक्वेन्सी दिएको छ यहाँ 100 भनेको कति हो 0 to 100 अनि 100 to यहाँ 110 भएपछि 109 अथवा 110 होला अब यो टाइपको डेटामा कसरी निकाल्ने अर्थमेटिकली यहाँ टेक्निकहरु दिएको छ यो म नेक्स्ट क्लासमा एक्सप्लेन गर्छु आज हैन अनि त्यसपछि हामी सुरु गर्छौं मेजर अफ भेरिएबिलिटी है त अनि अब हामी नेक्स्ट क्लासमा we will study how to calculate arithmetic mean median in case of grouped data. Are you clear? Class, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have any question please ask me. If you have any question please ask me. हेर अब यो अनलाइन क्लास हो त्यही भएर मैले बिस्तारै पढाइदिएको छु स्लोली हैन तिमीहरुलाई कन्फ्युजन नहोस् भनेर है त अब धेरै पढायो भने पनि you will be confused के गर्ने ल भन अगाडि अरु पढ्ने हो भने I am ready हैन के गर्छ ल भन CR who is the CR of this class?
Yes, sir.
तिमी CR हो
हजुर सर
प्रयास हो
नो आदित्य सर
ए आदित्य ओके आदित्य के गर्ने ल भन अरु अगाडि पढ्ने कि आज यति मात्र गर्ने
हुन्छ सर आज यति नै गरौँ न
किनभने यो अनलाइनमा धेरै पढ्दाखेरि तिमीहरुलाई पनि कन्फ्युजन हुन्छ तिमीहरुले पनि बुझ्न अप्ठ्यारो होला हैन
हजुर
त्यसो भने केही क्वेशन छ भने सोध क्लासमा तिम्रो साथीहरुको अथवा कसैको केही क्वेशन छ भने यु क्यान आस्क मी है त राइट नाउ
श्योर सर
अहिले सोध के छ एनी क्वेशन
नो सर
आज हामीले के पढ्यौं होला भन अर्थमेटिक मीन मेडियन मोड क्वार्टाइल्स डिसाइल्स पर्सेन्टाइल त्यति पढेको छ हामीले है त एन्ड हाउ टु क्याल्कुलेट अर्थमेटिक मीन फर द गिवन डेटा सेट
total number of total summation of the total data by the total number of data
yes त्यो मैले नोटेसनली गएको छैन भने अहिले किनभने एकदम सिम्प्लिफाइड भर्सनमा कसरी पढाएको छु सम अफ अल अब्जर्भेसन डिभाइडेड बाइ नम्बर अफ अब्जर्भेसन अब पछि तिमीले पढ्ने हो समेसन x by n अथवा समेसन fx by n यो नोटेसन पछि हामी स्टडी गर्छौं है त ओके ल त्यसरी आज यति नै गरौँ न त केही क्वेशन छैन भने छ भने सोध अनि अब म तिमीहरुलाई अस्ति मैले एउटा बुक डाउनलोड गर्नु भनेको थिए फन्डामेन्टल्स अफ बायोस्ट्याटिस्टिक्स रोस्टर
राइटर को नाम सर
रोस ROSNER पक्का म यहाँ लिंक पठाइदिन्छु म यहाँ यसले हेरेर अहिले पहिला त डाउनलोड गर्न मिल्थ्यो अहिले मिल्छ कि मिल्दैन म चेक गरिहाल्छु है त पहिला फ्रीली अवेलेबल थियो अहिले के गरेको छ म चेक गरिदिन्छु त्यो छ भने त्यो बुकबाट हो पढ्दा चाहिँ त्यसबाट पढ्ने पहिला फाउन्डेसन यो पढ हैन यसबाट फन्डामेन्टल्स क्लियर हुन्छ व्हाट आर द फन्डामेन्टल्स भन्ने कुरो अलिकति मोर एडभान्स लेभलमा त्यसमा छ
बर्नार्ड रोस्नर हो
बर्नार्ड रोस्नर भेट्यो
यस सर भेट्न त भेट्यो लेट मी सी इफ आई क्यान
मेरो नेट एकदमै स्लो भन्छ क्या यो खोइ खोल्दै खुल्दैन ओके एनीवे भेटियो भनेदेखि बर्नार्ड रोस्नर हो कुन एडिसन छ 8 छ कि 9 छ अहिले
एडिसन सर
8th एडिसन हो
हजुर
हो त्यही नै होला 9th आएको छैन होला पक्का म नि हेर्छु है त
डाउनलोड गर्न मिल्छ कि नै फ्रीमा त्यो हेर्नुपर्छ
ROSNER ए छ ल डाउनलोड गर्न मिल्छ 8th एडिसन रहेछ हो त्यो डाउनलोड गर अनि त्यसबाट प्र्याक्टिस गर न्युमेरिकल प्रोब्लमहरु यसबाट पनि प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने त्यसबाट पनि प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने है त त्यसमा मोर इलाबोरेटिभ फर्ममा छ है एक्चुअली तिमीहरुको टेक्स्ट बुक चाहिँ यही नै हो रोस्नरको हो है मैले यसबाटै पढाउने गरेको छु अनि अब अहिले चाहिँ तिमीहरुलाई अब यो अनलाइनबाट अलिकति कन्फ्युजन हुन्छ होला भनेर त्यो डब्ल्युएस को दैट इज द ट्रेनिङ म्यानुअल एक्चुअली दैट इज नट द टेक्स्ट बुक दैट इज द ट्रेनिङ म्यानुअल फर हेल्थ वर्कर्स मैले त्यो युज गर्ने कारण चाहिँ दैट इज मोर सिम्पल that is written on simplified form. That's why I am using that book. But you must follow this one. Okay, this is the textbook. Okay, now if you don't have any question, के गर्ने आज यति नै गर्ने?
Yes, sir.
ल त ल ल ल गुड बाई है त.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir.